The overture to Verdi's opera Louisa Miller, starting off Lorin Maazel's studio recording of the complete work. I took part in this recording, and I remember how, just as had been the case in the rehearsals for the performances at the Royal Opera House Covent Garden that preceded it, there were some blow-ups with members of the orchestra. Some people thought that Maestro Maazel was arrogant, but I promise you he was not. Extremely demanding he was, and uncompromisingly so. But for all his exceptional talent and knowledge, he was a shy man. And this is borne out now by the Vienna Philharmonic Orchestra's leader of the second violins, Gerald Schubert, and their former chairman and violinist, Clemens Helsberg.
He mentioned several times that he himself thought to be quite a shy person. Some people thought Lorin Maazel to be arrogant, but he was not arrogant. He seemed to be arrogant, just in trying to overcoming his shyness.
When I played the first time with him, I also had the feeling, first as a young member of the orchestra, that he was arrogant. But then I realized that he was shy. The truth is that he was a shy person and vulnerable. And in some ways of his reactions, the reason was that he felt hurt.
I have been in a small group for dinner with him, and I learned to know him quite private. And he was such a nice person. He was intelligent. He has known everything about technique, about politics, about speeches. It was incredible. I wonder when he found time to get all the informations he had about everything.
I always felt that Lorin Maazel actually felt rather embarrassed about his extraordinary talents. He was, in fact, a very caring and generous man, helping people in need, raising money for charity, and going out of his way to support musicians he believed in. And he could be very amusing. He even made a hilariously funny film, and he directed it all himself.
It appeared as part of a 3.5-hour TV biography called Le Grand Échiquier, the Great Chessboard. And it was a skit on the preconceptions held by the public at large regarding what it is the conductors do with their lives and what they think and what they are and who they are. And so I made this, it's a homemade film, 16 minutes and 2 seconds, called A Week in the Life of a Conductor, in a pseudo-silent film style. And then my photographer, without any authorization from me, sent it off to the Chicago Film Festival, where it won 3rd prize in the category of TV entertainment. And Warner Brothers came along and said, could they buy the rights to show it on their TV cable? It was a homemade film. I had no pretensions of film director, but it turned out to be rather good.
This was a favourite work of Lorin Maazel that he performed many times, Bartók's Concerto for Orchestra. Like all the very wide-ranging music that he conducted, he knew it inside out, and he had a complete command of it when he performed it. We'll end our commemoration of Lorin Maazel with Gerald Schubert's summing up of his exceptional, prodigious gifts.
I was happy to play with him Bach, Mozart, Schubert, Brahms, Beethoven, Richard Strauss, Gustav Mahler, Stravinsky, Bartók, and everything was a very special style he did for the composer.